Scrapbookers, this is Megan and I am back today with another sketch to the max layout. And for this one, this is going to be our fourth and final layout with this sketch, and in next week we will start with a new sketch. So I wanted to kind of do something completely different with this sketch since it is going to be the last one. So I decided to pick 3 photos. And at first my idea was that I was going to move the photos to the middle and do all of my layering in the middle. But my idea kind of ebbs and flows as most layouts do, or most layouts go. And so here I am matting these photos on some navy paper. But then I decide here, this photo needs to be the focal photo. I love all 3 of these photos, but this one of Brennan is the main photo that I decide I want to use. So I mat it on different papers than the other 2 photos. So here you can see I'm using a yellow pattern paper from the 6x6 pad, and this is the Pick Me Up collection if you didn't know. And then I'm going to use this pink ombre also from the 6x6 pad, and I'm making that quite a bit bigger than the other 2 mats. And that is going to just make it pop off of the page, and I just absolutely love how this turns out. Okay, so now here you can see that I have picked my background, and I am using that light blue pattern, or it's not actually really patterned, it's just a light blue paper, and it's from an older collection. I think it was Simple Stories, and it's called Life in Color. It was just a very simple background, and because I wanted that middle photo to just pop off the page so much, I decided to go with a simple background, no pattern on it. Here I am cutting up a couple of cut apart pieces from the sheet in the 6x6 pad. That one was a little house in the bottom left hand corner of that middle photo, and it says Home Sweet Home, which was totally perfect for this layout because these photos were taken the day that the kids and I got home after a 3-week-long vacation to visit family. My husband hadn't come with us, and you know, we hadn't been home in 3 weeks, and so the boys were so excited to be home. So here you can see I am cutting up this pattern paper, and I was thinking, at first I had this idea where I was going to just layer underneath the 2 photos on the left and the right, but then I didn't really like the way that looked, and so I was like, well, why did I cut the paper? And it just didn't work out. So I'm going to scrap the idea of putting a small pattern paper underneath the photo. And then I'm going to pull out the trim that I got sent in my Secret Not Secret February kit, which is amazing. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to use this washi tape from the Pick Me Up collection that has the scallop border on it. But I'm thinking I'm just going to use it under the photos on the left and the right, because the photo in the middle is going to be covering up that area. So I'm going to place this down and then totally change my mind. So now I have it all placed down just on the right and the left side, but then I realize, wait a minute, that makes it so that there's too much of the photo at the bottom and then not enough at the top. So I am actually going to spend the time putting it back together and yeah. That's all fun, right? And here you can see I am going to add in a piece of paper behind the photos. I decided that it wasn't enough not to layer, like have a mat behind the photos. So this is where I realized, okay, this isn't going to work with just the scallop on the left and the right. I'm going to have to add it all the way across. Okay, so here you can see that I have placed the washi tape all the way down, and then I'm going to bring in that, it's kind of like a gold, like a, I don't know what color this paper is, but it's not pure white and it's not like pure gold together. It's really pretty pattern and I really, really love it. So I am going to bring that in behind the photos, and then you can see up there in the top right hand corner, I just felt like I needed to embellish up there. So my title, at first I was thinking I was going to use the stamps, but when I saw this vellum from the cut apart sheet, that's the specialty vellum paper, it said, oh gosh, now I'm not going to remember what it says, and I don't have the layout here with me. Bring on the sunshine or something like that. And I really liked that. So I'm going to do a little title cluster up there in the top right hand corner. And then here you can see I decide, wait a minute, I really like the monochromatic look of that background piece of paper, but it's got sailboats on it, which has nothing to do with my photos. So I decided to flip it upside down so you can't even tell that it's sailboats. And I'm actually going to end up covering them up with cute little stickers in the end. Anyway, so here is where I do a boo-boo. I wanted the photos to be kind of face the two outside photos. So right now you can see that photo on the right is Brennan shooting something off the layout, and in reality I wanted to flop them, and I had flopped them, but something happened. There was a switcheroo and I didn't realize it. So I'm gonna almost get done. Like, I'm gonna glue down all of the photos and everything, and then I realize, crap, I don't want them facing off of the layout. I want them facing into each other, if that makes sense. So yeah, I kind of have to fix that little situation, but we'll get it taken care of, and I'm gonna have to cut down the photos to make them work, and it's all good. It works out in the end. So now here I decide, you know what, I'm going to bring in a doily. I think that looks really pretty and cute behind the photo. And then also I'm going to bring one into each of the bottom corners. And I'm going to use these flowers to kind of make you focus on that middle photo. But at first I'm thinking I don't want it to be on top of the photo. And I'm still trying to add that home sweet home house in that corner. But I'm going to throw out that idea. So here I'm thinking maybe I'll move the flowers down to the bottom and put this doily there. But I don't end up liking the flower. So I'm going to glue down the doily, and then I'm going to end up putting the little home sweet home house on the doily, and I really love how that turns out. So here I'm going to work on this little cluster up there. I really like that sunshine title, the vellum piece. I think it's really cute, and it works so well as the title. Okay, so now here you can see that I have cut down my photo, and I'm going to put it back underneath. And when I had switched the photos, so you can see now that they're placed facing into the layout and not off of the layout, and I really like how that looks. It brings your eye right into that middle photo. So I just cut off a teeny tiny little bit on the side that's going to be underneath the photo, and then that the border around the images is a lot bigger that way. Now I'm going to start gluing down the title cluster, and I really like how this turns out. This layout is so totally completely off from the sketch, but that's what this series is about, is taking inspiration from a sketch and making it work to the max, using a sketch multiple times and stretching it and making different layouts that don't look anything alike. And that's what I love about this layout, is that I have made 4 layouts, and for the most part the last 3 that I've made, they've all pretty much looked the same, but this one is just totally and completely different. But it was definitely inspired by the sketch layout. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can see it. I can see, you know, the band that's there in the middle, and the clusters around that, the photos, And I did bring in the doilies, just kind of in a different way. So now here I'm going to start embellishing, and I was kind of kicking myself because Christina sent me the ephemera pack, the whole ephemera pack in my kit, and I couldn't find it. I don't know what I did with it, but I searched high and low and all through my scrapbook room, and I could not find that ephemera pack, and I'm so mad at myself. So all I had to embellish with, and I wanted to stick to the kit, so all I had was the cardstock sticker sheet, and I don't know if that came in my kit. I can't remember, because I did buy a couple of things from Memory Lane Scrapbook Store on Etsy from this collection, but I think these did come in my kit. I don't remember. Anyway, so now I'm going to put the date down on this little tag, and the sticker sheet, the cardstock stickers did come with some numbers, so I thought that would be a fun way to add the date, which was August 7th, 2009. So I'm just going to put down 8709, and I'm going to put little dashes. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this layout. Make sure you head on over to Tracy's and see what she made. We'll be back next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.